Welcome back to your favorite cooking show on YouTube. It's been a weird day this morning. I was looking up some stuff online, and apparently millennials haven't been cooking very much at all, and that could cause a big problem. So I'm gonna show all you millennials how to... Desmond, hush. I'm here trying to cook the foods for the people, and you're bringing me this noise. Today I'm gonna be teaching all you millennials how to cook something easy and fun for breakfast, okay? One of my favorite dishes ever. Come on, don't be a pleb. Just cook. Just cook it. So we're making Eggeritos. You're gonna need some tortillas, my favorite, store-bought Tortilla Land, flour, pre-pressed, pre-made. All you literally have to do is throw it in a pan, heat it up, and that's it. You got a nice tortilla. If you don't know how to make a tortilla, oh, you'll see. Don't worry about it. You're gonna need some eggs, egg whites, eggs, well, whatever you like. You're gonna need some butter or some margarine. I am very unhealthy, so I clog my arteries with this stuff. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. You're gonna need a spatula, 2 pans, which I will show you here in a minute. You're gonna need some cheese. I know this is processed, but I'm out of my shredded cheese. Usually I'll use shredded cheddar or mozzarella or even slices of like Colby Jack or provolone. I'm just using what I have right now. Didn't want to go to the store. Excuse me. And then you're gonna need some salt and pepper or seasonings of your choice. I am traditional salt and pepper kind of dude. So I'll just do my eggs up with some salt and pepper. All right. So you want to learn how to cook this? Do you want to learn how to cook this or not? All right, let's get to it. Okay, so you got 2 pans, a small pan to cook your eggs, and you're gonna want this pan on medium heat. You don't want it too hot, because if you happen to have it too hot, your eggs are gonna cook super fast, and you're gonna end up almost fried instead of scrambled like I like mine. It's best to do it scrambled for this Eggerito recipe, just because it's easier to handle, and when you do them sunny side up or over easy, they end up, yeah, too runny, not fun, don't do it. So I'm gonna set my tortillas over here next to the big pan that we're gonna cook the tortillas in. Take our salt and pepper and our eggs. Make sure you have a trash can readily available because you're gonna wanna throw away your eggshells. Nobody likes eggshells. All right. So this pan's good to go. So take a butter knife. Come on, you guys gotta have a butter knife in the house. Take your margarine. So you just wanna take a good amount, not a whole lot, just enough to coat the pan. Unless you like more, and that's all on you. If you want more butter, put more butter. So we're gonna let that sizzle around. You wanna get it nice and coated. There we go, you see that? Coat it everywhere. Because egg, it's not necessarily super hard to clean off. Jesus Christ. But it's better if you use butter. Then it helps flavor. Helps the flavor. I like the taste of butter. Everybody loves butter, right? So for this one, I'm gonna use 3 eggs because I'm gonna be a fatty today. You're gonna wanna gently crack your eggs on the side of the pan and drop them in. It's all right if the egg yolks break. No, shell. Just be careful not to get any shells in there, like I just did. Last egg. Going in. All right, dispose of those. Make sure you wipe up any excess, not setting anything on fire. So we'll let those sit here for a minute. I'm gonna wash my hands because I don't want salmonella. Now that you got your eggs in your pan, what you're gonna wanna do is take your spatula, right? And you're gonna wanna mix in all that egg yolk. With all the egg whites. You wanna get them nice and whipped. So just whip them, whip them, whip them. As best as you can. Making sure to get the sides of the pan. Because you want all that eggy goodness, right? You want all that eggy goodness. So most people like to crack their eggs in the pan and then just add their salt and pepper right away. But that's not a good idea, okay? Because the great Gordon Ramsay hath said that the salt, and it makes sense, the salt actually breaks down the proteins before you end up cooking them, so you end up with your eggs cooking a lot faster, not necessarily a lot faster, and the flavor doesn't stick. So what I like to do is kind of scramble them a bit, so you get like a milk, almost like milky consistency. I don't know if it's milky or, till your eggs are about half cooked. How about that? So once they're about half cooked, you're gonna take your salt and add a good amount of salt, however much salt you want. And then you're gonna take your pepper. Carefully set down your spatula so you don't get anything anywhere else. And then you're gonna hit it with some pepper. I love pepper. RLQ Rosie, not so much. She says it's too spicy. All right, once we got that, we're gonna wanna mix it up a little bit. Get all that seasoning in there. So after you add that, what you're gonna wanna do is lower your heat, because you don't want your eggs to cook too fast, because we still have to cook that tortilla. We still do. So we lower the heat. That's about good. So we'll let that set for a minute here. Gonna open up your tortillas. All right, all your nice tortillas, and just peel one, okay? Just gonna wanna peel one of these bad boys and set it in your second pan. Ooh, maybe not this one because it's got a rip in it. That's got a tear in it too, what the hell? Can't ruin the structural integrity of your Eggerito, okay? All right, get a nice hot in the pan. Let that set. So while you let that set, now that your eggs are gonna be nice and done, turn off the heat, take your processed cheese, and it kind of already did it for me because I've had this out for a minute. But you're gonna wanna chunk it up a little bit, put it into bits, so it's a little bit easier to melt into the pan. And then from there, you just gotta mix up your cheese, making sure that you watch your tortilla, because you don't want it to get burnt. God damn it. Okay, that's too hot. Turn down. Let's finish cooking that one though. Make sure you don't have your pan too hot or you end up with a burnt tortilla. So as you're melting the cheese, it's gonna help kind of get the egg to stick together, so it's gonna be a little bit easier for you to lay it down onto your burrito. Don't be afraid to, burn yourself. Okay, well that tortilla is done. We're not gonna use that one though, because I burnt the shit out of it. Yeah, I know, I'm not perfect. Don't yell at me. Okay, second try. And once that cheese is nice and melted, you're just gonna wanna take it off of the heat and just set it aside. Once your tortilla starts to bubble like that, it's got those nice bubbles, give it a flip. And it is going to bubble up again, but what you're gonna wanna do is kind of pat at it, being very careful not to burn yourself. Try and get those air bubbles so it'll cook nice and evenly. Good. So once that's all done, you should have a tortilla that is nice, brown, spotted on each side. Not too bad, right? So what we're gonna do now is take our egg cheese mixture and set it out a little bit more on one side of the tortilla than the other. All right, so once you have your egg cheese mixture a little bit more on one side of the tortilla than the other, you're gonna wanna flip it over into half. Tuck that little end on the inside there. And roll. Just being very careful because it's hot. And stuff will spill out, that's fine, we can eat that up later. Look at that. Nice, cheesy, eggy tortilla eggerito for your enjoyment. So, for all you millennials out there, cook some stuff, man. It's fun. You can really get innovative. All right? Very innovative. Quit with the damn Uber Eats. Thank you guys for watching. If you like what you saw here, like, comment, subscribe down below in the little thing. I'm gonna finish my breakfast because I'm hungry. Bye.